nigga. You stay ready, nigga.
By the time this is over, you're gonna get you one too.
Alright. Here we go, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Just Us PDX podcast. This is a part two. Interracial Relationships. And who we got in here today?
You got Thomas in here.
Got Will over here.
Got Marv.
And his bottle of Faded, in case you guys didn't know.
That's my child.
We got Sims.
Sims is back. Sims our video.
My guy Killmonger. Everybody represent for Wakanda. Put it on
We are streaming. Right? We're not streaming live, but this is going to be a live one as well. So if you check out our YouTube, you'll definitely see exactly what people were talking about with Killmonger. Marvin and his baby, allegedly.
This is his first baby. His love child.
His first baby.
That I know of.
This baby got a butt crack. If you get one with his mouth, this baby got a butt crack.
Facts.
But, so we're going to just dive right into it. So last show, me, Will, and Marvin was here. So
Troy.
Well, they ain't here today, so they don't count.
Damn. Cut that nigga out.
Why would you bring them up if they're not here?
You said last time.
Yeah. Okay.
Troy, it's a recap.
It's a recap, but also who's actually here. So if we're going to talk about it, he can't say what he said about it.
True. Damn.
Shut up, Marvin.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway,
so...
I should have watched it before I came.
Watch what?
What are you talking about?
Episode, bro.
I mean...
You gotta watch all of them. You're supposed to be watching all of them.
Yeah, what the fuck? Just do that and watching episodes.
Just jumping in.
Anyway, y'all...
It's not about me, alright, guys?
It is going to be about you in a minute.
Every continue.
Anyway, so if you are listening to this podcast, we want to thank y'all for listening, because actually I've been looking through some of the stats and whatnot. Our biggest people look at our podcast or view it off of Apple Podcasts. It's the biggest streaming service we have.
Team Apple, baby.
I've been campaigning.
He definitely has been campaigning. I mean, we're on like 10 different streaming services, technically, 10 or more.
Just the easiest one.
Yeah, well, more people just go to Apple Podcasts.
And iHeart.
Yeah, it's on iHeart, it's on Google Podcasts and whatnot too. But we just want to send out, a quick thank you. If you like what you're, listening to, subscribe, write a review, tell somebody else about it. We're gonna go ahead and jump to this episode. So last time we were talking about interracial relationships, and basically everybody in the room, excluding myself, had been with a white woman or someone that just wasn't black as far as relationship wise. Mm-hmm. And so we were the closest thing I had, me was mixed. And then it was like,
everybody hates white people.
So what you're telling me is...
Go ahead. What?
You've never had a little bit of spice in your motherfucking relationship with a Latina?
No.
Okay. What about a little bit of teriyaki with the Asians? You know what I'm saying? Nah, never?
No.
Damn, all right.
Damn, I know.
I am the purest.
Hey, stop.
I know, right?
You playing, right? You see the song.
It's like salt peppers. Guys, you got ketchup up? Nah.
How does he know You see his face?
Yes. Something bland. Yes. With no spice.
I'm done, bro.
Hey, my life and whatever, bro. It ain't bland. Trust me, whatever.
He said it's spicy. Don't forget.
Got enough Cajun in there. I'm good.
Right. Okay.
I ride with mine. So, we got Sims.
Yeah, cause she'll catch you.
She's viewers, bro. Better ride.
I'm not worried about it. I'm like,
so what you telling me?
I'm gonna speak my piece. She know my history. I ain't gonna lie. So if I put it out there, that just means y'all know.
If you wake up sore, bro, know why. It was her, nigga.
I know Evans, he pretty solid, He'll just talk a lot of shit.
Alright, bro.
He'll just talk a lot of shit.
Hey.
He's like, yeah, I was at the house. I didn't cheat. He'll talk a lot of shit, Yeah,
That
damn.
comedy show really rubbing off on you.
I know, I loved it.
Alright, so basically, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into it.
Put your pinky down. I see that.
So, Yeah, this gonna be a funny long episode of a bunch of interruptions, as you can see. So we're gonna start with Sims.
Yeah.
So we all know you have how many kids?
4.
You have 4 kids.
What
Biological?
Yeah.
Yeah. Biological.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I hope.
You better get some checks then.
No.
Okay, so he got 4 kids. Now we all know
He's got some chocolate ones.
he got twins. He got 2 twins.
2 baby moms.
2 baby moms.
I got twin girls.
Now your twin girls are full black,
Full black.
Mm-hmm.
and then you got 2 boys
2 boys
that are not twins that look like twins.
Yeah, I call them light brights.
Well, technically, he's a little bit of Indian. They both are on both sides.
What?
Okay, sorry.
I am native though.
Yeah, I know Sims. He's native.
We ain't okay. They ain't gonna do that. I mean,
Okay, true. Okay.
yeah. So basically, yeah.
But yeah,
Peanut gallery over here.
yeah, man.
So okay, now with you having the 2 black kids, they're all black essentially anyway.
Oh yeah.
But just their mothers. So your first name. Actually, real quick, do you call the mothers of your children baby mom, or you just call them like that's the mother of my kids?
Well, as of right now,
See,
It's how you feel.
It's on the
It's how you
situation.
feel.
Right.
See,
it really
there you go.
do though. But just as of like probably 2 years ago, I kind of tried to stay away from calling them my baby mom. But that's just a slang way of saying the mother of my child in my eyes.
We'll get into that a different time, but
Yeah.
we kind of touched on that, like with that term, baby mom, baby dad, kind of gets into what people kind of categorize it as, and like you said, it definitely does go off of the time, because if it piss you off, baby mom, maybe that bitch, you never know.
Right.
Like me, mine's different. Mine's never my baby mom because
That's your wife.
that's my wife,
Yeah.
and so I've even
So that's where I believe that's where the difference is.
I think it does make a difference. It really
Yeah,
does.
because if you're not with the person, then automatically
well, you're
they're
gonna be dating.
categorized.
That's in baby mom.
No,
Happy good relationship.
Honestly.
That's in baby mom.
no, that's my mother, my child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
And it's
That's
weird
the
how it
difference.
just
That's the
naturally
difference.
just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's just weird.
Typically, when you hear the word baby mama, you're automatically associated with that with you guys split up automatically,
Yeah.
and it's almost
It's a negative.
yeah.
A negative from
Notation.
what I sound.
Yeah.
Because it's like somebody that don't know you, like, hey, how's your baby mom doing? Like, you mean my girl? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody said
She's
that one time.
fine.
Right, she's
Yeah.
my girl first.
Yeah,
you
she's
know
my
what I mean?
girl before she's
But she just
my
happened to
the
have
child
my
of
kids.
mother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say that, okay?
But
That's the
typically,
girl.
like when you're married, they don't even that goes
Yeah.
that goes
They don't-
completely out the window.
yeah,
How's
how's
your
the
wife?
wife?
Exactly, it's completely out the window.
You
Is
see
it
that?
your wife
Yeah.
or your girl? You know,
Yeah.
they don't say nothing about
It's like
baby
acknowledge
mom or
my
anything like that.
woman
Right.
for
Acknowledge
being
my
my
woman,
woman.
you know what I'm talking about? So, how did you get into? I wouldn't say this predicament. So basically, throughout your life, you know, things happen. So I guess your taste changes at times or whatever, however you want to look at it. So how did you get to where you were when you had 2 kids that are black, and then now your other 2 are white? So how did you get from? What was your reasoning or your choice?
I'm gonna be completely honest. Let's just, you know what I'm saying, a little quick little rewind. Growing up, I'm just gonna be straightforward. I would fuck on a white girl, but I would never make one like my official girl. You see what I'm saying? My thing was my chocolates and my caramels growing up. You see what I'm saying? But as I got older, man, honestly, and I said this to my mom. When I said it to my mom, I was halfway joking. I was like, you know what? I kind of want to see what my kid gonna be like with every single race. If you don't put your pinky down, bro. Sorry, but I was like, man, I'm gonna give me like a Latina, a black chick, a white chick, an Asian chick, and just see, you know what I'm saying, what my little nigglets will look like. You know what I mean?
I hate that word.
But honestly, growing up though, I didn't. I just went off of who I vibe with. To be real, I don't really have a preference. I don't discriminate. You know what I mean?
We know.
Okay.
We know. Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
but-
funny you said that because I was talking last week. It was the exact opposite for me because I wasn't the only black women around me was my family. I went to school with predominantly white, so you kind of start to be attracted to what you see.
Basically.
Exactly. Until I finally went to Benton, I was like, thank you, Jesus.
And we had a plethora of all different kinds, bro. Like, Benson was extremely diverse, and that's one thing that I did like about that school.
Right.
We got to see a lot of different cultures.
We had a big graduating class.
I think we had the largest. It was the largest, yes.
We started out with over 600 our freshman year.
Yeah.
That's why they was on our heads our freshman year.
We were literally the biggest class, because remember, they didn't have no room pretty much for all of us on the bleachers, bro. Like, we really had to cram in there, bro. Like, we was literally just trying to stand up. We all had to stand together.
That's crazy.
But even then, you know what I mean? Everybody said that I was going to be with like a mixed chick. You know what I mean? Everyone said that.
You like to venture out a little bit, you know?
Yeah. I was just.
Nothing wrong with that. You know?
But growing up, man, you usually, who you like are more attracted to, it's based on like what you are exposed to, what type of cultural things you are exposed to, just like kind of like what he said.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
There was a point in time in my life where I didn't want to date a black chick.
Because of the stereotypes, though, right?
That and what I had experienced too from with my kids' mom was like, nah, I think I'm gonna just stay away from her a little bit. And then I got my head back on straight. It was like, man, you got to take people individually for who they are. Not you can't make a blanket statement because then you sound like a fool.
Race.
Right? You sound like a fool, like an idiot.
Yeah. And you can't be like this. You can't be like, I love like all people in general, but then hate on a certain race.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I hate everybody equally.
Yeah, but seriously though, man, it's just like, cause you don't know who God or whoever
I can just see
your higher
Sims with
power.
a freak. That's it.
You know a few.
Yeah, oh, she's freaky? Okay. My baby mom.
Watch out though, bro. My first one was definitely not one, bro. You know what I'm saying? She was a little more conservative.
Yeah, you was just like, I like her, you know, I admire her.
I had to.
Yeah, you was making
I remember when you first met her.
Yeah.
We was together, remember?
Yeah, all y'all said, man, Xavier gonna whoop your ass.
Nah, bro. Yo thing was like, hey, bro, who you picking? Remember?
Oh, it was like Ali and
we was sitting at the table, and we were.
Yeah, that's how you get it in court.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't put out names, man.
He said that's how you get it.
That's how you get in court.
Yeah.
Just saying.
No, I do remember that though. You know, when y'all first met, that was crazy. And then you told us that you was having twins, bro.
That was my
I know when I heard that you had
Crazy.
twins, I was like, that nigga got bamboozled.
I wasn't even tripping about the twins thing, man. I was really tripping when they said that they're girls. I was like, hey,
That makes it double trouble.
can you check again, please? Like, come on, like,
She was my neighbor.
yeah.
Really?
She was literally like,
Oh yeah.
boom and
Yeah.
boom and boom.
Yeah, I remember that. So it's like, all right, let's go, and then he just walk over there.
It's funny, I was going there to go see her, but not y'all.
That's why when you're right there, like, sit, chilling.
I ain't coming out.
Nah, but she was always at her aunt's house, you know, my uncle.
Yeah.
You know.
Thomas, so you had a couple.
Yeah, he had a couple of spots
Yeah,
that just come to.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
All right,
Thomas,
so
come to your house.
But let's just say like my second baby mom, man. Honestly, when I met her, man,
how'd you get it?
oh me, boy Donovan, and y'all, but he's already, you know what I'm saying. Me,
Yeah.
Donovan, and my cousins, we went out there just to go kick it. You know what I'm saying? I had the bottle.
Yeah.
They have food. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get niggas, really. Yeah, you feel me? Females and food, it's a wrap. You know? So, you know, and we went there, we kicked it. Initially, bro, we wasn't even supposed to, I wasn't even there for her. I was there
Just
to run some interference on one of the other two friends, so, you know what I mean? But then, all of a sudden, we all, like, they were huddling up, like, having, like, little meetings in the bathroom and stuff. And so we was like, okay, y'all, so,
Oh man, it was backing on y'all.
oh, yeah, but I was like, hey, bro, so, which one y'all want, bro? Because, honestly, I'm leaning towards the short one because I was the shortest one. But I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? It's just,
makes sense.
Proportionally,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Thank you.
The mathematics just don't add up.
I'm just saying, but it just worked out the way it did. We went there for one night. Nigga didn't leave for like a good week.
Damn.
You know,
Dang,
she was like, I was like, hey, I gotta go to get some clothes at least. She was like,
Nigga,
no,
when you working?
I got you, huh?
We working?
The block.
Keeping it real, right? Right.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
it was. She was
So
like,
she basically kind of held your hostage in a sense, but
yeah, she went and bought drawers, pants, shirts.
She-
and
so,
stuff.
yeah,
That was it. And let me just go ahead and
she
kick my
wouldn't
feet
just,
up.
she
Right.
took care of you. She made you, made you feel welcome. You didn't have to leave. I mean, you didn't. It wasn't like you technically didn't have nowhere to go. You didn't have nothing to do necessarily that you had to go do.
No.
So it was like, okay,
I was kidding.
you just kick it with me. You need something, I got you. So she made you feel real comfortable. And
Yeah.
Family oriented.
Do you know what's also funny though? Like, we got into like a little argument too. This was years ago because it's been years. But she learned or she found out that like I had money on me, but I played broke. You know? So she was like, oh, so what you telling me is I paid for all that when you had a pocket full of money?
Nobody told you to pay for it though.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
You offered,
And I said,
and
okay.
I said no. I
I
didn't
want
even
to
say
sit down for me like
I didn't
that.
even say okay. I was just like,
You know.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, you know.
that is true though. So okay, question.
No, don't get so
Shut
that
up.
benefit of the doubt.
No.
You know he was hinting towards it. You know he was hinting towards it. He's like, I need to get fresh. So she put two and two together. Okay.
So if you was in the same predicament, would you let her get you stuff and do whatever, or would you go buy it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait,
yeah,
I wasn't hating on her.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
She would buy it. You can buy it.
Okay. Okay.
that was my question.
I'm not buying that shit. I'm gonna either take me home or I'm gonna go home or
Yeah,
You wait.
You know what I'm saying?
my thing is, bro, I don't control you, so you can do whatever you want
Exactly.
to do with your money. If you want to help the cause, help the cause. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like, if not, it's cool, because I got mine, or I can just, like you said, I can just go home,
Right.
you know?
And also, initially, that's what she was trying to do. Go home. And she was like, no. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to go get you something to keep you here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she
Yeah.
knew what she was doing, too.
Yeah.
bro.
she did.
Oh, yeah, bro. She was running game.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I mean,
And it worked.
She laid the trap down, bro.
No. Hey, what's crazy though is, hey, look, if I really do feel a chick, and this is actually true, if I really do feel, and I'm feeling it, bro, I'm not going to fuck her.
He does say
That's
that all
smart.
the time. He does
Yeah.
say yeah.
Jasmine,
I honestly,
And then he disappears.
hey, both my baby moms, I waited. With you know who,
Mhm.
waited.
Yeah.
There was only one other person waited. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. What about?
Don't drop no name.
You
Stop.
Whisper. Clearly, I didn't wait on. Man,
That's all I was
I
about
did
to
not
say.
wait before that incident.
No.
You were so mad at me. It
Bruh.
started raining.
Bruh. I was hot, bro.
I'm not talking to you.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say low key, that's kind of just, mind manipulation.
What is?
We don't fuck them. I mean,
No, hey, bro, she was.
Because you can get them on the physical, or you can get them on the mental level.
And I want the mental.
I already know.
I want the mental.
Control your mind and get whatever I need from you.
I don't want to control, bro, but if we can get on the same wavelength, or at
click.
least on my wavelength, you feel me? Then
No, that's
relationship
what's
lasts
up. Though.
usually
It really is
lasts.
though. You really wanna if you really feel it, you really like if you have sex or you don't, like you want to know where her mind is. Cause
Imagine this sex though when you are on the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you want to see if this is gonna go further. That's why you try to get the mental.
What is this
If we
relationship
not-
really on, bro?
right.
Because if it's
we
just
not-
on a physical, that would change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At that time, I was still looking for something that was a little bit more solid. You know what I'm saying? Something to really like build on. And truthfully, the ones that I did that with are my longest relationships.
Do you think it was different between the black one and the white one?
But there is no difference, bro. They are both crazy. Hey, bro, my baby moms are the only females that really like have the gall to like really just like give me a 2-piece and a biscuit, bro.
Is that your fault?
I would have.
What had happened was.
Well, there was no. Hey, both sides. It's no matter what, you have some type of fault to the downfall of the relationship or any
Always.
type of conflict. Period.
Always.
You know what I mean?
Always.
So speaking on just myself, like granted they did do something, but I'm in control of my own self and my own action and reaction. But
Right, that's the key right there. It's not the initial, it's the reaction. That's what's going to make it either succeed or fall. It's
But that's what I'm
typically
saying.
always your reaction.
Females, when they are mad and they know you, then they will intentionally
Poke
push
at you.
those
Poke
buttons
at you.
that
Right.
that cause
Right.
those. So I can like I was kind of big on communication, so I would communicate everything that I like and dislike, and I want the same back, so I can learn. You know what I'm saying? Learn you, and then so if you tell them specifically what you do not like and what you like, they will
know.
intentionally
Gotcha.
and they are like, bro, they already pre-planning how they're gonna piss you off before an incident even happens. It's already been done, played in their mind. You know, nah.
As soon as you tell them what them weaknesses, they're like, got you.
Yep, yeah,
Got
Nah.
you.
That's not all females, but
if you any successful relationship, you have to have that communication.
you
do.
And if she's really down like that, then she's not. She's going to do her best to try not to push those buttons.
Exactly.
Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
your story.
What about it?
So you have 2 kids.
Yep.
Are both of them mixed?
Yep.
Same person?
Nope.
Okay. So, as we did with Sims, how did you meet? What attracted you basically to the woman you?
This is a completely different reason.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, what
Which is
the reason?
Okay,
Which is
one
interesting
thing,
in itself.
one thing. So I noticed Thomas went from a phase where it was like dark.
It's funny.
And then after a
Yo,
while,
check that out. Check this out. That's funny. That's funny. I was like, that's funny.
I'm
that
out.
you say that.
I'm out.
yeah, he checked out. He
Yeah.
checked out.
No, it wasn't that. It was alright. So I'm gonna let y'all know how I met my daughter's mother. So, initially I was driving down the street one day, and I seen some chick over to the side of me, and she had red hair, and I was like, yo, who the fuck is that? You know?
Was it the hair that attracted?
Yeah, it was the hair, because her hair was red. It was like red.
Like,
And I was like, oh shit,
Not
like
redder.
no, like bright red,
Okay,
look like a
okay.
bandana
Okay,
red,
okay,
like that.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh damn, I was like, I like that color.
Yeah.
I bet you was like, what
Well-
up, cuz?
So I'm driving, bro, and you know, I go and I hit the corner or whatever. I go to the house, and then she ends up coming to the house. It turns out to be my homeboy's little sister.
are you wrong?
So that's how I met her. That's how I met her.
Time out.
Right.
Nigga, let me pull this shit over. Did you go to the homeboy and be like, hey, bro?
Yep.
Like, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Just making sure you're making a legal, you know.
Yeah.
No,
That
she-
legal
not
transa-
illegal,
legal,
bro, just-
legal
She
transaction.
was already legal. So
I'm not talking about that. I'm
no,
talking about
no.
just like
Like
is
the relationship,
your homeboy.
even still, I don't give a fuck.
Good to know. Good to know.
So, anyways, that's how I met her. My second one, this is crazy. So, my cousin got with her cousin. And I had seen her come over to my house from time to time. And I'm just like,
Is your cousin Joy?
no.
Okay, just checking.
No names.
No name.
No
Joy's the
names.
podcast.
I know
It's
who.
a pause. It's Troy. Oh,
I know
yeah.
who.
But
We in action.
that's how we met. Like, I'd seen her. I was getting my hair braided one day. She came into their house, and she was like, "Hey guys," and I was already with somebody, and I was like, so I was like, I'm at it. I was like, and then like,
So you was with your first babe?
no, I wasn't with her yet.
Okay.
We was broken up, and then we ended up getting back together when she had my when we found out that she was pregnant with my daughter. Then like my daughter was like around, I'd say like 6-7 months, and then we just like broke it off. It was like we just gonna co-parent. Well then my son's mom, I ended up seeing her, and I was just like, you know what? Because I worked with her, and I was like, I'm gonna get at her and see what's up. So I hit up my cousin's baby mom. Was like, hey, what's up with your cousin? She was like, who? And I'm like, you know, I told her the name. She was like, you trying to talk to her? I was like, yo. I was like, set it up. And then, long story short, here we are, damn near 10 years later.
10 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in my second one for 7.
Yeah, bro.
The girl you with now, that's
She actually,
you know,
yeah.
10 years?
Yeah, almost, yeah. She,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
she helped raise my daughter
Yeah.
when I would go to work and everything. Like she treated her like it was her own daughter.
Did she have any kids?
No, she didn't have no kids. She didn't want kids, which is the crazy part.
Did you take it to Italy?
Huh?
You take it to Italy yet?
No, she want to go.
I already know. Yeah.
She want to go bad,
Hey.
so.
that.
Fungitis.
I call that fungitis.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, that's how I met her, and ever since then we've
Way
been
better.
rocking
Yeah,
up.
So kind of. Shut up, I'm back. Same thing. You know, loud as I know these mics pick up everything. You know, everything y'all say is picked up. So no matter what y'all was whispering, it's So basically, it sounds like the same thing between both of y'all. It's basically, I mean, you was more like it was a physical thing.
Well, no,
But he didn't tell you how he got from the darks to the light.
it was.
Couldn't you say something about family or something like that?
Well, yeah, because I don't really know a lot of my family, like my dad's side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that was it. That was like kind of a major thing, but then at the same time, it's like Sim said, it's all who I vibe with. Like if I could have like before we even did anything, if we can have good conversations, all that, we vibing. I'm gonna go that way
More
every
interested,
time. I'm
right.
gonna be interested. If you can keep me like on my shit and like keep me guessing and like I love that. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, no, I was like, Brother Sims, you have a question.
No, but there is a lot more that goes behind it too, because you know there is a stereotype or like a stigma that goes along with white girls, as in they can't cook. So that was one quality that had to be a part of the repertoire. You know what I'm saying? When it came to who I mess with, like any type of
Any female, you have to cook. If you can't cook, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
No.
I can cook.
yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I feel like everybody
willing-
should.
Are you
Everybody
willing
should.
to learn?
Are you willing to learn?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Are you willing to
Yeah,
learn?
yeah, because I ain't trying to be cooking all the damn time, and I'm pretty sure that they don't either. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? But like,
It's all
okay,
about balance, though.
one thing about my first baby mom, now, and hands down, I give this to her though. I love her family. I love her fucking family, bro.
Mhm.
They took me in still to this day, okay? But like when I came home, the house was spotless, my nigga. There was a plate waiting for your boy when I came home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
That makes a
it's just-
difference. It really does.
It does, bro. You know, so I'm
Not trying to be like stereotypical, like, oh, woman, you have to do this, but it really like it makes you feel like
Makes you feel loved.
right. It
Like
really
you're
does.
appreciated.
But
Exactly.
but as men, we got to make sure we return the favor
Exactly.
and do the small stuff. You know,
And
checking in
that's
on them, telling
one
them they're
thing.
pretty. You know, the small stuff.
Yeah, it's small things that.
Right.
Young cultures are different.
because hey,
You know what I'm
as
saying?
Right.
as men, bro, we get comfortable. When we get comfortable, we get complacent. When
Right.
we get complacent, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? We tend to
Just do
not
stupid
be
stuff.
aware
Right.
of certain things that
Right.
we used to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To like bait them in, you know what I mean? We just stopped doing it. It's like, oh, well, we got them now, so fuck it.
And okay, so this also goes back to something my mom used to say to me all the time. She was like, whatever you start doing with a chick, say like you give her flowers every Wednesday. She's like, you need to keep that up because
They're gonna remember.
they're gonna remember. Oh, well, you used to give me flowers, you know, every Wednesday. Why'd you stop doing that for?
Or
And then
you
you
just
be
did-
like,
or you
well,
just did
that
it
was just in the
randomly.
beginning,
Right.
you know.
Right.
And it's just like,
Right.
well, you're supposed to keep that up.
Right.
Another
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Well, everyone loves spontaneity.
Yeah.
And that's huge in just in any relationship.
I mean-
I'm gonna buy you some flowers just because it's Thursday.
I like that you said Wednesday.
Yeah.
No, because like on game, I always give my chicks flowers on Wednesday
Wait.
or Thursdays.
plural.
Yeah. You got that too, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so my thing is, my girl, she likes flowers and everything,
Yeah.
but she's a shoehead like I am. So like, I would literally go buy her random shoes all the time. I'm like, hey, she's like, what's up? I'm like, here, and she's like, what's these? I'm like, oh, I know you like them. And then she's like, oh my God, you got them. And then, you know, that's what I usually do. I always like pop up and surprise her. Till this day still.
And you know what's crazy too, though? I'm just throwing this out there too, and we can move on. But the past two females that I was with, or one of them I was with, the other one I was just messing with, but they both wrote, you know, like a note saying, at the end of it, they always, they were explaining, you know, certain things about the relationship, good things,
Right.
and then they would end it with, I love the little things that you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we can be doing something that is just it's like I just did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it seems small
to
or
us.
trivial
Yeah.
to us, but to them, man,
That's
Means
the
the
best
world.
part.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But we focus on like the actual big shit that we done did.
Right.
You feel me? And they
The
don't
money,
even get it.
the money, things like that cost you, but it's just like your kids. Your kids, they don't give a damn about how much you spend on them. They just want that time.
Oh God, bro.
They just want the time.
Cause I can lie, the twins. There was plenty of times where I did not deserve their love because I wasn't doing enough as a man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or as a father. And that's why I believe that every male should have a daughter. They will give you unconditional agape love.
Facts.
For real, bro.
Right.
Facts. They
Like-
can make your day just like you can
Oh
have the
my
worst day. They be like, hey dad, and they come up and give you a hug. That's it.
Like I
That is
still
literally it,
apologize
bro.
for certain things just because I want to, you know what I mean. I want them to know that I'm not high and mighty enough to where I don't do no wrong and can't take accountability.
Right.
You know, but when I do, they always say, "That's okay. It's okay." You know, I say it's really not.
They're
But just
going to be so because your dad.
Yeah.
Your daughter's always going to be so accepting because
They're gonna put you on that pedestal.
Yeah.
bro,
That's what
it's
it is.
It's
crazy.
only the daughters though. You don't
No,
think
it's the
I
sons
mean,
too.
so, but it's
It's
a
sons
different
too.
effect with you because it's your daughter. You know what I mean?
It
Like,
is.
Because
I
that's
feel like-
daddy's girl.
I feel like
That's
you look
why.
at the daughter different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But the boys, they all about mom.
Right.
Let's be real. Like everybody here is all about their mom.
Yeah, you love
If
your mom.
you had to pick your mom and your dad, who you picking?
Well, that's because look.
It
because-
depends, though.
No.
It depends.
It does, but that only depends because.
Depends on
Your
what it
dad
is.
gonna know.
Because look, your dad.
Your dad gonna like, oh, it's automatically her. So
Right.
Because we are known to be the disciplinary scorners. We are the strict ones. We are the ones that create.
The protector.
Yeah.
There's here's these lines. So let's work within these
Right.
lines.
Right.
Yeah.
Every single one of us, bro, know this for a fact that we can get more out of our moms,
Right.
and we can't get a damn cent out of them.
oh my
Right.
god,
Right.
you had your
Right.
sister ask?
Oh
You
yeah.
had your sister, bro.
Right.
I remember that.
Like,
I remember that
club,
time
you know what I'm
my dad
saying?
did that. I was like, yeah, I need some money. He was like, oh, I ain't got it. My sister called. Dad, I don't know what to do.
Okay, honey.
I need some money. He's like, I got 200 for you, baby. I'll just come over and get it. I'm like, oh my God, what happened to you having no money? He said, oh, I didn't have no money for you.
I gotta say, bro, my dad, he ain't giving us no bread unless you work for that period.
He said, oh,
And
you
that's,
come over here
and that's
and
just
pick
the,
these
and that's just the
weeds?
man in you trying to put the. That's just the man in him trying to put the man in you.
And that's just
Yeah.
who he is, period,
Right.
bro. He said,
Right.
I work for my money, so
Yeah.
What makes
if
you
you want
think
some money, you gotta work for it.
Right.
Like, you know, because he had to grow up early too. So, yeah, that's just a whole nother story there, you know?
All right, so about like y'all specific relation. Okay, the question we asked last time was, even though, so you're the only one, because you're not in a relationship, right?
No.
You're the only one that's in a relationship.
Mhm.
So outside of your relationship, when y'all typically see interracial couples now.
Well, when you say are you talking about interracial in general, or do you just say in black and white? Because we all.
I say interracial.
But
Interracial,
it was a general
about
consensus
black and
that we
white
talk about
couples.
black and white when we say
So
interracial.
we'll just
Nobody.
keep it, yeah,
Right.
black and white. We don't. Okay, that's the question right there.
Right.
When you think of interracial couples, what's the first thing you think about? What are the races you think about? Just
Well, let's be real at it. It's always gonna be black and white.
Right.
Black people were fucking killed for being with white women.
Right. I mean, you see.
So
you
everybody's
see a
gonna
Latino,
automatically
right.
say that. You
see
know what I'm
a
saying?
Latino
Like,
and a black person, that's nothing. Like, okay, cool. You know,
they don't even call
we
us
wasn't the same. You know what I mean? Like,
They
it's
call
cool,
us. They're
it's
like,
cool.
oh, the minority took
Right.
it.
But
Like,
don't-
what the fuck?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's not gonna.
But don't forget though, if you're in like a poly relationship, it's multiple people. So you can be in a black, Latino.
Hey,
Yeah.
have you watched Brother Pilot's
I'm just
video on that? With
I haven't
Charlamagne?
seen that. No.
Oh, and he
Deep.
broke it down, bro. I was like, bro, that's modern day pimping, but like, hey, bro, but how he worded it though, I was like, bro, that is straight ism.
Yeah.
He was spitting straight ism. I was like, probably to take some.
I'm not about that life, but
Okay.
people's about that life, and it's like a whole culture, village type.
That you know all about, huh?
No, I
Why'd you
don't.
bring it up?
Right.
No, I'm just
Vacation
vacation another
days,
time.
years
Oh, okay, okay.
No, it's another perspective.
But okay, I get it. That,
You know what
that's
I'm
cool. But What is that perspective gonna do with what we just were talking about?
Because you talk about interracial relationship, and let's say you're dating a black chick, but you're dating a white chick at the same time.
Okay. Have you done that? Because you got women's, like you said,
Chicks.
No,
Marvin said I could.
no. When I said I bought flowers for chicks, I mean just
You said
over
past tense.
yeah,
Past tense.
over the year. Because like I have
1 year.
Because I
It's
have
only
no
February.
Look. So I'm
My
not
man moved
married.
fast.
I don't have kids. So it's like
He's dating. He's exploring his options.
I'm still going. So it's like, I'm doing the same things I did for the past chicks, but it's like, flower. I love flowers. So it's like,
So when you're oats.
if you're dating me, you're gonna get flowers.
Okay.
Straight up.
So you're somewhat of a gentleman then.
Of course, man.
Somewhat.
I was raised by my mom. I'm a gentleman.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
Your mama
honest.
was no joke though.
Hey.
She was a thug.
Hey.
I heard that.
Yo.
I heard that. That's
Yo.
Somebody
Yo,
told
she-
me, yo.
she was
somebody
so
told me
bad.
her mom used to go in.
Yo, check this out.
She's
Remember
gonna
when
end
You
up
watching this?
Remember when you wrecked the car, bro? When we got to that accident?
Which
When we
one?
went to go get a
She said, which one?
When we was on Sandy and she had the Malibu. She had just got it.
Oh, the Chevy.
Yeah, bro.
Ask your car? Her new car?
Come out. Do y'all remember
Come
that,
on,
bro?
man.
When we went to the movies and
Oh, the car?
bruh, that shit was smoking, bro. I had to drive like this.
Bro, you remember that when you got
We
the
my first
second
baby
car?
mom, bro.
Which one? The
We had the
second
Mercury? Yeah.
Oh.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all love getting off topic, bro.
Burger was
Alright.
Let's talk about this
I
mom.
gotta say the sills fell off. He was trying to go high feet, cracked the windshield.
When
on my
was
car.
that?
That was me.
No, I'm pretty sure that was Sims.
I'm pretty sure that was me.
No, he fell off the windshield
Because
and cracked the
motherfucker,
windshield.
you
That was
stopped.
Sims.
You stopped so sudden, bro. We was like all on the
Oh,
street,
yeah,
and then
shit,
you just
okay.
stopped, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, that was
Remember?
Was that
him?
Remember?
Yeah, it was him.
Remember he because
Oh
he
my
just
god,
stopped.
nigga clumsy.
I was
No,
there.
you was on the hood. If I'm not mistaken, you were on the hood.
Yeah.
Cause I was on the top, you was on the hood, and he stopped and you
Yeah.
was like, oh shit. Remember? He was like, hey, y'all niggas gonna pay for this.
I do remember that though.
Yeah.
I said, oh yeah, you stopped. What you mean?
Okay, sorry.
That's funny.
We had fun though. I like that,
We'll do another episode with just a bunch of random stuff. we gotta actually stick to what we're talking about. So basically, like we were saying, when they say interracial relationships, Marvin can't answer this time. What do you think about it? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
First
Like
thing
you said black and white.
There's history behind that, so
Right.
that's what
Emmett
everybody's
Till. All you gotta say is Emmett Till.
Yeah.
Okay,
Boom.
so
That's all you gotta say.
when like what Willie was saying, when you see when you see a black guy with an Asian chick or
You don't
a
think
Latino
nothing of
chick,
it?
do you think anything? Like is it like anything that crosses your mind? It's like,
Nothing.
oh no, he got an Asian chick. Oh,
Yeah.
he got a okay.
Yeah.
But
But
do you-
crazy.
I'm
Facts.
But you think about it in a praising way. When you see a white girl, it's not necessarily that you're degrading it or you're praising her. You
I'm like,
got
shit,
you got your warning signs on, like, does your dad know who I am? Like, no, not that you're dating a guy, that you're dating a black guy. Like this, all kind of red flags come up when it's a white chick.
I think that more so with an Asian because they are way
Very
more
traditional.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
And the family is not about that life.
But,
you know?
but I'm saying, like, we don't think of that when we see a black person and an Asian, but when we see a black and white person, you're just like, hey,
Hey, bro,
I mean, do you, but be careful.
I looked at white girls and stuff, and then based on how they dress, I was like, okay, yeah, she fuck with niggas. Okay, but then
Facts.
Yeah.
but then you can't even tell though because there were ones that like I was like, okay, nah. But then all of a sudden,
They're curious.
Yeah.
you come up with a nigga. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I would have jumped on that then. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, But really though, it's just off top. No matter what, black and white people. If you ask a black person, what first comes to mind when you hear interracial relationship, black and white. When you ask a white person, same thing. They're going to assume black and white.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's just
that's what it
it's
is.
just like when you say like a certain word and you automatically think that, just boom.
And hey, I got two baby moms, one black, one white. They both have something against the other race, no matter what. And it's weird. It's like
Is that like they have something against like each other or just the race in general?
like my white baby mom, she was like, oh, some black bitch.
Yep.
The black one, some white bitch.
Yep.
It's like y'all know that I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying?
But it's the culture, because they're
Exactly.
not part of that
Yes.
culture, so they
Yes.
just don't understand it.
Exactly. Me personally, bro, you know what I mean? Yes, there is more in common, more relatable when it comes to dating people within your ethnicity. But hey, truthfully, yeah, because it's when you say like how you were brought up culturally,
Yeah.
You're all brought up the same.
it's the same.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Within your ethnicity.
Right.
It's
That's facts.
impossible to say that you have more in common with a white chick who was brought up the same, but culturally it'll still be completely different. You see what I'm saying? Period, bro. You can have similarities,
Right.
but
Exactly.
it's not the same.
Right, and that's
With
true.
the same
That's
race,
facts, that's
there
facts.
it's the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just
about to
doing
say
the hand motion. Say something.
I forgot now.
But like, all right, look. One thing about any chick that I mess with, black, white, Mexican, Asian, I kind of skirt from the Asians, but you know what I'm saying. But one thing that is a must is I just know like what your family dynamic is, man. You know, because my family is first off, my family's huge, and like we're all tight.
Whose family ain't huge? It's black.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know.
We all know.
But even Donald didn't even know that I'm related to Drew. Like that's my mama's first cousin. Drew, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Who just passed away.
Just passed away.
Oh,
You know? Yeah, Giovanni.
I seen Jill yesterday.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
And it's just like, but it's like,
And that's what's so scary about Portland, which goes back to with him, is
Yeah.
by the black community being so small.
Yeah.
You're gonna run into your cousin.
Like,
And-
and not
You
no,
said
bro,
your
because-
family
great grandma
reunion.
and do a thorough background.
You better go to
Bro,
the
because
family
that's
reunion.
going back
that's
to
what
your
I'm saying.
White
grandma,
skins
bro.
too, what you
Right.
mean, bro? You gotta do that
Yes.
thorough.
You gotta go like for real. Like
Bro.
it's crazy, bro. Because
Facts.
like my family is really big. Like I'm
My
related to
girl's
like,
family is
to like
they've got-
Fords
yeah.
and Williams and so much other people, and it's just like it's
Yeah.
so big that I
You
don't
talking
know
about from
everybody.
your mom's or dad's side?
From my mom's side. That's just my mom's
And the
side.
dad's
Those
side,
names
you
I
say-
just named off. I'm not even Goldens, Richies,
Shut up.
like bro.
Goldens?
Yeah, and then
You didn't know that.
and then so it's like on my dad's side, I know maybe 10 of my relatives, maybe.
And he's got
My
maybe
dad
more than
doesn't like, and my dad doesn't know like he knows his two sisters, but he doesn't know his brother. He doesn't know where he just found out where his brother is, but he doesn't know where his other sister is. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know where their kids are.
that. Right. And you
So
know,
I don't know where my uncle's kids are. So I don't know who is who. I didn't even know I had family members in Oregon that was on my dad's side until Facebook.
Yeah,
I had two of them that was here that I knew of, but then it turned out to be like 3 more, and I'm like, hold up, like
and girls are, it's always different with girls because, when they get married, their last name changes, and that makes it even more difficult
exactly.
to track back.
Or say like their mom is your cousin, their names is gonna be different,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and the mom may not have even got married to that dude,
Mhm.
so that's gonna be different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you gotta make sure you do your research on who you date out here because Black Portland is so
have
fucking
any of
small.
y'all ever run into your cousin as someone as you were interested in but didn't know it?
Bruh,
But there
I
was,
got a story for you.
there was a story like that
Close.
with my brother, and he didn't know that he was going to school with my sister because his mom kept it from him, not knowing. He thought his dad was somebody else, and she hid it until he was like 17, 18 years old.
Oh shit.
And how he found out was crazy because some other dude, random dude, they out at like a Popeyes or something, and some dude came like, "Hey, is your dad Dave LaFoe?" He was like, "No." And he said, I forgot his stepdad or who he thought his real dad's name was. He was like, and I think the dude was standing right next to him when he was telling him. He was like, "I'm not trying to be funny or nothing." He said, "But you need to check with your lady because he looked just like this dude I know named David." And come to find out, that was his dad.
Hey, that happened
That's
to
crazy. Yeah.
one of my exes.
Really?
Remember?
Mm-mm.
Damn it.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah,
You
that
was there when I met Breeze. Remember that?
No names.
Can't hear him anyway.
Well, that's a nickname. So. Remember when I found out about like someone that could have been my brother?
Yeah. I remember that. That was wild.
Right?
That was wild because all three of us had grown up together.
Yeah.
And then you and Andre went to school together. And I'm just like, bro, this is like weird.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen nothing like that. Like, and then I come kicking with y'all and y'all like, hey, I just found out I got a brother. I'm like, who? It's like Breeze. I'm like, what? And I start looking at y'all. I'm like, yo. I'm like, oh, that was crazy. Like that was a crazy one.
So you gotta be really careful, Portland.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta be careful.
Not just in Portland.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, period. Because you gotta find out
what was that statistic? It was less than 2% of the population in Portland is black.
Yes.
Less than 2%.
But I do feel like when you date a chick, like if she's white or black,
You still need to check.
it just depends what you're more, I guess, what you're more comfortable with. Like, like if it's a culture or just like your common interests, you know, because it's like some chicks, it's like we vibe on movies, we got the same comedy, sense of humor, and everything. But then like when it comes to some stuff, it kind of pisses me off because she'll just say stuff like that's culturally just like disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just
Okay, so, all right, so like I was looking on Facebook, and there was something about what's his name, Danny Glover. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh my God, I love him, da 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 da, blah 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 blah.
BRB.
You know, and then they were like saying they loved his video. You know, this is America.
Oh.
And then come to find out that he had a white girlfriend. And everybody was like, oh my God.
He's always been that way.
Check this out. They're like, oh my God, like, he's with a white girl and da-da-da-da and da-da-da. I'm like, well, first off, if black guys say, like, hey, I like watching anime and I like, you know, listening to some sort
you get labeled.
Yeah, you get labeled as a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep it real. They're like, oh, he's fucking weirdo.
I got a buddy like that who, if it wasn't for him meeting his wife that he has now, he totally would have married a white girl. But he found someone that was she was cool with that. But he said before he went to Jeff. He got teased and all that and bullied just because he liked things that white people
or
like.
Asian people like. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that it's kind of. I don't know. I feel like when people be like, oh well. I don't know how to even explain it. It's tough.
Well, like, are you trying to say like when some people say you can't be woke if you date?
Yes. They're saying, okay, well, you can't be woke and you can't really speak on black topics because you date a white girl.
Or you got.
Now my thing is this. Now this is crazy though. Now
Even
check
white
this
people
out.
can't speak on black topics.
But check this out. But check this out though. You get it from both sides. You get it from your people and you get it from the white people with the dirty looks. But then at the same time, your own people's like, oh, we need to stick together. Oh, but don't fuck with him because he fuck with white girls.
And we are the only people that will do that.
We're really do that, bro. Yes. And to me, it's fucked up because it's just like, if my kid is successful, what is he gonna be seen as?
Black.
Exactly. Check this out. Obama's half white, and half black. And what's he doing? What is everybody call him? Black.
Legally, if you have
any percentage,
a drop of
you're considered. No, that's still today. Till today.
Yeah, I know. You cannot put Caucasian. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now they are, making it more broad and putting other or mixed.
Right.
But I just say, man, don't check that box because I just got a paper from my counselor, and he's saying that genetically, there's basically no variation between any race.
Well, just like
this
dude.
Okay.
Well, just like this dude book I read. It's just like that dude crying.
The way you eat, the diseases you get,
or
what I'm saying is, what you're more prone to. Okay, look. A smaller miniature dog is more prone to certain things than an average sized dog, right?
Yeah,
but it's still a fucking dog.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's still different though. Like I want a little dog because it's gonna live longer.
Look. There are differences, yes, because there's differences between just me and you. But
is it a dog? Yes. People are people.
How we classify them and then what we think the differences are is way slimmer than what people honestly
that's 100%
believe.
Fact. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just with the new science.
Well, just like this dude's book I read named Claude Anderson. He said, race was created by that wasn't a thing. It was the thing. White people made that.
Mhm.
It's not something that
Not
we should
true.
really.
Before, always
if you
been
just
a class, like
Jewish.
internationally wise, just
Jewish,
because like
yeah.
if you're a darker,
Well, should I say,
skin color,
okay, in America, let's say race was made to say first, second, third, fourth, fifth. That was the sole purpose of it, so white people could say, so we're here and everybody else is here.
well, like anyone, if you're a dark skinned person
Based on-
internationally, and that means you're working outside, you're a lower class, wherever you're at. If you're in Asia, you're in Africa,
Yeah, that's
wherever you're at.
historically, yes, that's like
Okay.
the
But
Irish.
America made racism a thing.
Yes.
based off of strictly color. But
Yeah.
back in, let's just say, bring it all the way back to the biblical days, bro. It was all based on your belief and tribal wise. You know what?
With the
you
Jews
know,
and
you see what I'm saying?
the lions.
It's just based on region, bro. Tribal wise, you know. But
America's the one that changed it to, hierarchy of X, Y, Z.
because
first,
as soon
second,
as
third.
you say that somebody is a minority, you know what I mean, that automatically puts them into there's a negative
Lord,
stigma.
exactly.
Stigma.
Exactly.
You are all you just put into a box. Minority means that there's fewer than
Less
or
than.
less than.
Yep.
You know, the key word was less than. So when people hear the word less than, it's like what do you just first thing you run to is like, okay, am I lower than that person?
Well, not necessarily, because like I had a white homie. We went to Colombia, and he was a minority over there, and I knew, the police and stuff would look at him and like, we're gonna get cash from him. He's from America, white guy. You know what I'm saying? So not necessarily.
Damn,
That's what I
Bingo.
say, in America.
Yeah.
His is umbrella is in America.
Yeah, I don't
Okay, I feel that.
So a question we had asked last week, not last week, but the last show was when you see interracial couples,
Mm-hmm.
true or false? The black guys typically have a not so desirable white girl, and the white guys have a very desirable black woman. True or false?
Oh, that's
No.
I don't
No.
know, bro.
I said, in your experience,
No.
is that
Okay,
Is
time to
it
say
typically you see the
No.
black guy
Okay,
that looks worse
when
than
I
the
do see that, I'm all like, okay, clearly the nigga has some cash. Okay, the white dude has some cash because ain't no way. He can
Okay.
get
Check
You
this
know what
out.
I'm saying?
Well, check this out. We went to school with a couple white dudes that had game, bro. We really did. There's two of them. There's two of them. You already know what I'm talking about.
dropping names.
You
Don't
already-
get Sumi. Yeah.
There was Derek,
Damn.
and there was
Buck.
Buck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those two
Yeah,
niggas.
yeah,
you gotta remember,
especially
bro.
Buck, bro.
They had game, bro. Like real talk. But that's what I'm saying with the interracial, because they're in.
But they had a little swag.
Yeah,
too.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Well,
They
you
had,
got
they had us.
Well, you got
Right.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but you gotta
Right.
remember, he also went to Derek went to Whitaker,
Yeah.
which is predominantly black and brown.
He had us.
Yeah.
I went to school.
So his
bro.
choices,
Middle school
he was
vibes.
already exposed to what other white kids were not. So he had a little flavor, a little swag, and then he's seen a lot of melanin too while he was young.
Quick question, both of y'all. Does your baby mom and your current, who's your fiance, did they have a history of dating black men?
Their history
Yours, yes.
before me. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm not the first.
Well, I'm not saying, of course you're damn first.
Yeah.
He's saying like years back.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's just say this: my stepdaughter is white. She's the same age as the twins. She has a
Well, what would
daughter
that prove,
that is the
though?
same age as the twins.
He's saying
You
that
see what I'm saying?
historically she dates white guys too, but
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
She dates-
but she predominantly.
As soon as she
I
got a
guess-
taste, though, it was a wrap.
Okay.
She says that, bro. She says that. You know?
Good joke.
but honestly, so like when it comes to like my kids, bro, like my kids literally come from this far of the spectrum to this. You see what I'm saying? And then I got all the in between. You know, with my stepdaughter,
So
to
your,
my daughters,
your
to my
joke that you told your mom back in the day, you still gonna try that out?
nah.
What did your mom do when you told her that? What
Bro,
did
she got quiet. she was like, I was like,
Was y'all on the phone?
Mom.
Or you
Yeah.
Oh, so
On
you
the-
got
I was like,
that.
using your face, you probably hit
on
you.
the phone. She was like, son, I hope you are playing. I said no, because a little bit of me was not playing.
Scared?
Right.
You know, I wasn't scared. Yeah, I ain't scared.
Nah, y'all be talking shit to the mom.
Bro, I don't talk shit to my mom, but we do have a
We have a very kind
Very
of
comedic
playful
relationship.
we do have
Yeah.
a hell of a
Playful,
Hey, yeah.
open relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, bro.
Now you do, mom, whoop your ass back.
No, I used to.
No, she used to threaten him a lot.
Yeah,
you
that's
know what I'm
it.
saying? Yeah.
But I was honest with her.
Yeah. I used to spit shit with your mom too,
For
bro.
most of the time.
Cause I looked at him, I'm like, wait a minute, nigga, we done most people up in there before. He's like, most of the time.
Yeah, so she never asked.
No, she really did. Who in my house? Just me.
But she was always gone though. At nighttime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all got damn memories, man.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, we kicked it tough.
We did.
We kicked it tough,
A lot
bro.
of night missions.
Man.
You come back, it's like sand. You're like, how you get sand in the house?
I don't know.
Those interracial relationships. That's how.
See how I just came back around right back full circle. You know what I'm saying?
That was actually a good plug, though. That kind of worked.
Hey, but let's just say this, bro. My kids' great grandma. Okay.
Which one?
Okay. This is my white big mom. Okay.
Mhm.
Her family. Okay, look. She does not have the best track record of niggas. Okay. So she set the bar a little bit low and a lot, and it was kind of heavy. You know what I'm saying when it comes to
The men that she dealt with before.
the perception of black folks. Not her mom, because her mom's best friend is black. You know what I mean? But the grandmother. So my kids is great grandmother.
Okay.
Okay. She was born in a whole different era. Okay. So, off top, she's not racist, but she was a little bit prejudiced against everybody. Like, she will sting no matter who you are, what race, bro, and then she'll make you cry, bro. You know what I mean? So it wasn't until my first son came, that her perception had changed. You know, because she was under the assumption that he was going to be accepted with the whites or the blacks. It's like, Nana, this is not.
That's the thing about black people is we accept damn near everybody.
No, that's facts.
We do,
That
but we're
is-
gonna talk our shit because
But yeah, we
you know
gonna
what I'm saying?
definitely. But if we find a white dude and he can hang, you know, he can handle it. What comes with the territory? Oh yeah, come on,
Like,
come on.
bro, that's funny that you say that because I had a white uncle growing up, but the crazy part was he was Cuban.
Yeah,
super light.
Logical?
Huh? Yes, he was really Cuban, bro. He was a white dude, but he was Cuban.
Because he was born there.
Huh? He didn't know who his parents was. Right? So then he ended up finding out who his parents was, and then he ended up finding out he was born Cuban, which explained a lot about him because he
Who
had,
did?
huh?
No.
And then so like I've always like, so I consider him my uncle. It's like, oh, that's your uncle, you know, Kevin. I'm like, oh, what's up, Uncle Kevin? And he, bro, he treated us just like family. Everything. He used to come over holidays, clean up stuff around the house. He'd be like, hey mom, hey dad. It was crazy because that was somebody that my auntie had dated, and then he became like family. So it was like it was
cool,
pretty
right.
cool.
Even my auntie, she's not my auntie, but she known us since we were little. Okay, she married somebody who played the piano for my dad. He was white. She's black. She already has twin boys who are older. Like they were in the movie The Men of Honor and all that shit. Like they're older. So she was a little bit older than him by some years, you know. But that is my aunt Vanessa. He's my Uncle Brian. You see what I'm saying? But he, you know, it's just that when it comes to the family dynamic, they do say that black people are the biggest and the strongest when it comes to the family dynamic. You know, that's what my therapist and what my counselor says. My therapist is black, but my counselor is white. So
Yeah, double team.
Cookies and gravy.
So, off top, did anybody in y'all family? Because I'm assuming, because it's y'all three in particular, know each other a lot well than the rest of us apparently, because y'all hung out. A bunch of night missions and quick runs and whatnot.
This nigga ever act like he was never there.
I wasn't.
So we never did the phone chat on the phone.
But the missions though.
No, he was different.
He wasn't with the missions.
The missions was
But
was
the phone
different.
call situations.
We ain't gonna talk about that because I don't think limits is up yet.
But yeah, so did y'all families have an issue or look at y'all any differently when y'all did bring home a white girl? Y'all had a kid.
No.
Thomas, you from what Marvin said, you went from your spectrum lightened up.
Mm-hmm.
So your family, I guess.
They see me go through all the stages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were more used to it with you. It was like, oh, he didn't.
After K, it was gone after that.
Who?
K.
He didn't have too many of them.
Remember with the brother K.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Who? I don't know him.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that off topic. We'll talk about off air.
Off air.
Off air.
Y'all
We'll
be
talk about
stopping
that.
thinking
Yeah,
somebody's
we'll talk-
always.
we'll talk
Remember
about
she
that
had
off
the
air.
brother
Nope.
dark as hell?
Nope.
Wait.
I don't know who you talking about.
You'll know when we stop.
But
This,
anyway.
You'll know.
Okay.
Yeah, it was freshman year. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jay.
Is it?
Oh.
This nigga said K.
Okay, my bad. I'm not psychic. You know what I'm saying? Like, jump back on the horse, my guy.
Oh
Like,
my
I don't know.
God. That's so funny, bro.
Okay, but back to your question though, bro.
I think all our moms said the same thing though when we was coming up. Don't ever bring no girl home that we can't share a brush with. But they was just
Wow.
I never heard of that.
No, me neither, bro.
I used to say that all the time.
No, I wouldn't say that. My mom
Damn.
did say, don't come home with no white girl, no straight hair, no grandkids with no straight hair.
Damn.
I think like.
I mean, they were saying it in a joking manner, but
Well, I think I'm not serious.
Somebody serious.
Somebody serious.
She was
Serious.
sarcastic. She says things sarcastically though.
She do like me. A lot of my sarcasm comes from my mom. I'm probably worse than my mom, but like a lot of stuff like if you get to a certain point, my mom like make her mad or something, like she'll let you know. Like she ain't got no problem letting you know. Like my mom is real nice. She's a sweet woman. But like if you piss her off, I think one of the things that kind of made it to where she probably even said that to me a long time ago. I was in middle school. My cousin, and he brought a white girl to the house. He was staying with us at the time. Now, somehow I didn't tell her. I don't know how the hell she found out, but she ended up finding out. She felt more disrespected because one, he didn't tell her, two, she was white. She was in her house, on her couch. You don't bring that's like a rule in black man. You don't bring nobody unannounced into my house
Without telling me.
Without letting me.
But that was the number one rule in the house. If
No matter if they family or not.
If you coming in this house, I said, like, hey, you better go say hi to my mom and my dad when you're
Yup,
in this house.
yup,
That's the first thing you do.
yup.
Don't say that.
Sims,
Straight up to my mom and dad. Go say hi.
always like, hey, Jeanette, how you doing? She's
Yeah.
like, fine.
Yeah.
You good after that, but you better speak.
Mom's a feed
Even if
you,
you're a
you hungry
guy,
too.
female,
don't matter.
if you don't
Right.
do that, you get
Yeah,
cussed
so like
out.
we've all kind of like seen that because like they did that with your mom. I think when I met your mom at one time, same thing.
And it's funny because I'm an adult now, and I don't care whose house. Except
Grandma's.
I said, where's your mom? Where's your dad? Who's the man and the woman house? I'll make sure I'm gonna speak to them first. Forget everybody else. Make sure I speak to them first.
Yeah.
And then I'll mingle with everybody else.
I do the same thing in my own house. I don't care who come over. My own mom and dad can come over. It's like it's like the same thing. If I went to my parents' house and met my mom and dad, like if they were somewhere else, they came out the back or whatever. You said, "Oh, hi, Mrs.
Right.
Smith, Mrs. Smith." You would greet them, regardless if it's your own
Exactly.
house.
Yeah. It's just
somebody
respect.
It's out of respect. So you
Yeah.
come to my house, no matter who you is, I'm gonna have you
Right.
greet me. You see my wife. Oh, hey, how you doing? My homeboy, he does it all the time because like my wife is usually never downstairs when I have company over, but when she comes down or somebody sees her, they'll speak to her, they'll address her.
I did that with
one
your,
time.
with your parents though, because if they're in the room, You know what I mean?
So are they decent? That's the first. Like, are they decent?
But
Can
as
they
soon as
come
they will
out?
come out, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying something.
I never go back to their room unless they say it's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
do you notice in other cultures, like, it's the opposite? So, like,
Sometimes, yeah.
and in white families, what I notice is that the parents will say hi first. And they're like, hey, how you doing? Da-da-da. And you talk to them, it's cool. But if you come to a black family and you don't say hi, they're like, what is wrong with this dude? You know what I'm saying? And it's...
Because it's how he was raised. It's the whole thing about just how he was
Like, you
raised.
see how he just came in here? He's
Like he running the place, right?
Yeah.
That's the first thing I'm gonna say.
The one thing about
My
how
dad has
we-
kicked grown people out the house.
no matter what,
Grown. Like, hey, about to go.
no matter what though, unspokenly, our mothers feel a type of way just because that they are accepting that this is who. Because even my mom, she said, "Are you sure that this is who you want to be with?" Whatever, blah blah blah. You know, and
Still
so,
pregnant.
but I believe that our parents feel a type of way. Not parents, but mothers feel a type of way because they're not. You're not really.
Okay, it might be different for
About
like
that.
I would say the same thing with my mom, definitely.
Yeah.
Cause
Well,
like,
I'm talking about speaking of before you had the kids and now before they
mom
actually.
didn't care who I dated.
My mom did not care
Or-
either, but she was just like she would
Nah, she's got her
prefer.
opinion. Yeah.
She
and
would
that-
prefer. You know what I mean?
And all parents gonna have their preference.
Yeah. You know. Also,
But at the end, they always want you to be happy and be loved.
exactly. Boom.
That comes
But-
number one. I'm gonna have a preference for you to date, but if they treat you good and you're happy and they love you, that means more than anything.
Yep.
But the thing is too though, man, like with families, or not really just families. It feels fine. When it comes to that, bro, like black families, we literally have all shades, you know.
Right.
Like, cause
Right.
look, I went to Kansas for a family reunion, or we used to go there every summer. So me and Giovanni, we're at this swimming park. Okay. Now, me and him, we see these two little light brights. They clearly look either Latino or like native, some type of, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
exotic type thing in our eyes at that time. Okay. So we're like, bruh, look at them. Okay, all right, bro, come on. You know what I mean? So, you know, our thirsty asses went up over there, talked to him. We were, you know what I'm saying, joking around, doing all that stuff, playing, you know, in the water and stuff. So we set up a time to meet, you know what I mean, that coming up weekend. Okay, so look, y'all. Nothing happened. Let's just say that, okay? I'm gonna throw that out there right now.
Okay.
Nothing
Did
happened.
you know what my question was gonna
But
be?
bruh, so we go, and we are meeting with a cousin that we just found out was our cousin. He's a little bit younger, you know. So we go meet him. It's some little light skinned kid, you know what I mean, that looks mixed, whatever. So it was, I'm like, how is he our cousin? He's saying because his granddad is, you know, whatever, blah blah blah. Okay. So we go and stay the night at his house, you know, so we can get to know one another, just kick it. Guess who's at his house?
Girls.
The girls. That we were going to, they were his sisters, bro. Okay, look, we was like,
Feel some type of
what
way after
the, so we're like, hey, this is my sister, da-da-da-da-da, this is your cousin, whatever. So we're like, hey,
Yeah, like nothing happened.
straight up. Nothing happened. But it's just crazy, like, I was like, what the hell, like, we literally, like,
It's all different
popped at
shades when
these
it comes
chicks,
to
bro.
us. Right?
And then we went to the family reunion, and then boom. Like, okay, look, just last year, when my twins went to the reunion, they're in a picture with Giovanni, with my sister, with my kids, whatever, blah blah blah, in his own Facebook. You know, we don't see or think of nothing now, but that just explains like us black folks and how we can actually have people that are dark, and that are completely light. Because look at Giovanni's grandmother, she's dark skinned, just like my nana. But look at Jeremy's great grandma, which is their oldest sister. She's light skinned. My great grandma was dark skinned, but she had 12 to 13 kids. Okay, so and their skin tones range, bro. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy that Jeremy is in my kids' generation, but he's only 2 years younger. That's how big the family is. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's just crazy how many different shades it is, and you never really know where your bloodline's tied.
Right.
You know,
Guys, we got 2 questions. We're gonna wrap it up. We've answered this one before. So going forward, y'all got kids. You got 4, 5. You got 2. Your sons, your daughters, your son and your daughter. Would you prefer to see them? What would you prefer to see them with someone like them, or would you prefer to you just be happy whatever they live?
I want to see who they are.
Yeah.
To be real, I do not care, because I don't know who God wants them to be with. I don't know what person.
I can't tell them who to be with.
And I can't tell them who to love.
For a certain time.
Okay. If you were 18, I'm gonna tell you who you can and can't love as long as you go to this goddamn group. I'll go Joe Jackson on your ass.
Regardless of bro, they're gonna sneak around. Trust us.
No.
The only thing you gotta do, bro, is
Talk to your kids.
show them what a real man is.
Right.
What a real father should.
That's why I open the
Important to
doors
have-
for my daughter and stuff. So she's like,
So
you know what I'm saying?
expect it.
She's gonna
Yeah.
expect it.
And so when it's not done, nigga ain't like, see, I done opened up your door and everything. What dude did that for you? It's like, nigga, so what? Nigga, like, my dad does that on a regular. Like, I don't give a fuck. My dad ain't nothing special.
And that's why it's so important that us men, especially,
Teach the daughters the game.
not only that, they need to see you treating your lady
Yep.
like she's a queen also, so they can see how
As well
it is
as
to
your
be
son.
treated. Right.
Because
That's
your
that is
kids.
so important.
This is how I see it. Your relationship that you gonna have in your future is gonna be pretty much based off your parents.
Mm-hmm. It's funny.
Unless you had a negative experience and said, all right, you know what, I need to step away from that and I want to do my own thing. But usually, the first relationship you ever see is what? Your grandparents and your parents.
Marvin.
Why, Mark?
I think
Out of everybody to call.
Oh, that's funny. How did that even
Hey,
happen?
your son look like you, bro.
His son is hilarious.
Just like
His
how
son is
my
hilarious.
sister's
You know,
daughter looks
this
just like
thing-
her. It's crazy. Like,
This fool didn't cut off the damn. He didn't cut off the damn thing, man.
Now this nigga calls.
he likes his about.
What's up, bro?
I can't get back in.
As y'all can see, this is Marv on the regular. You know.
Well, it got cut off, so
But we still up on there though.
yeah, I'm trying. But I mean, you got like.
You can edit to you can do it. Trust me. And it's already it comes standard on the phone too. It's
Voice
crazy.
memo. Voice memo.
I believe so. You can put them together. I believe so. You just gotta upload it onto
I'm gonna just go back and I'm gonna cut out like a piece of it.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, I mean, since we still going on YouTube, I don't even know. Like this has been an interesting part of the conversation because like everybody in here, excluding Marvin,
That's
we all got kids. So like we all understand a certain point where it's like you want, no matter who your child ends up with, you want them to be happy, but you also want to set an example for them like going forward.
Yeah.
So,
Bro, but like you said,
close the damn door.
all parents have a preference.
Yeah, that's you know. That's,
All of us.
in the back of your mind, there's always gonna be something, or it might not even be a preference. Just when you see, because we know what to look out for when you see other young boys trying to talk to your daughter. So there's certain key things you're gonna look at. You
I
know,
can't even
how
lie
he
though,
carries
bro.
himself.
I might have my son be out there in the bushes just
Right.
creeping on some goon shit. Just
And the same thing with your son, because you know you don't.
I'm gonna be on